Hey guys, Glasgow here once again. Welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be on Bernie Sanders and how he could have made a much better deal for himself and made one hell of a legacy. Instead he fucked it up. See, again, as I said before, Bernie wasn't going to win. Even if he ran against Trump, he would have lost. Because people would have seen through his bullshit about free shit, couldn't pay for anything, if he managed to somehow squeak through the fucking Democratic primary. However, knowing this, there was something he could have done. He was never going to win it. Trump was pretty much going to win this election handily, no matter who ran against him, whether it be Clinton or Sanders. This is what Bernie could have done. Especially at the DNC. No matter, there's a lot of rumors why he agreed with her. Is he signed some non-aggression pact, some sort of paperwork, some agreement. We know he's bought off with a $600,000 house. Excuse me. But regardless, here's what he should have done, and would have made a much better. He could have left a much better future for himself and legacy for the future. And would have kept his supporters. What he should have done is when the emails were leaked about how the DNC had planned, which I already knew this before they were leaked, how they were going to work against Bernie and his supporters, he should have stepped back from the table. Because he knew he wasn't going to win. He should have kept all his shit. He should have done that. I would say we forego all this hoopla and give all the votes to Hillary Clinton. The fucking gesture meant nothing when it came out that they weren't ever going to fucking elect you. There's no point to say this. It just makes you look like you rolled over and played fucking dead for the party. Which still makes no fucking sense. You're an independent. At least in name you are. At that point in time, even after he'd done all that, what he should have done was, okay, look, I'm not going to go for the Democratic ticket. I'm still on the presidential ticket. Even if you're right, you could have been wrote in. You can say, I am going to run third party. You would have brought his supporters. You could have kept campaigning because people still would have fed him money. You could have kept going on just like he was. I'm going to get my $28 from everybody and still keep running. You would have probably got even more fucking money. You probably could have had some corporate backers. You already had Hollywood backers from actors. You could have got them after. Hell, their fucking support would have been a hell lot more than the ones that went for fucking Hillary. You could have started coming to the debates. You may not have been able to debate on the stage, but that would have even been better for them. So, hey, man, they are rigging it against you, or I cannot even be. You would have fucking took all Johnson's supporters because he was a moron. Libertarians may have come to you. You had a better chance of making a fucking impression than either Johnson or Stein as third party. He could have ran, campaigned, never even gotten on the debate stage. He could have done the same thing as Johnson. Do town halls, do an individual debate, could have done web shows, could have went to anybody on things that would give him a fucking time. People would, especially any supporters. He could have went to fucking college campuses all day that would have given him free television time. He could have went third party. Went to every state, tried to campaign as much. Don't fucking campaign in Texas. There are certain things you know where you can compete. Compete in places where you know you could work at. Compete in everywhere else. You could have went around in New York. Could have went to California. Could have went to all the Democrat stuff. Could have went to Michigan. You could have went everywhere you know there's going to be people probably get votes from. Could have went to Florida. He could have made a point. He could have got a good percentage. He probably could have got a good, I'm going to say, and generous, 15% of the vote nationwide. And he could have cemented his independent party, or whichever one he would have went for, whether it be Libertarian, Independent, Green, whatever. Could have got Jill Stein as the VP. Or Warren. They would have gave him more points, especially with Warren, he would have got some more people up in that area. He probably would have took the New England states. At least one or two of them. None of the ones that Trump won, but he could have took some from Hillary. Then he could have made himself a stand. He could have got New Hampshire, Vermont, maybe Massachusetts. You could got about 3 or 4 states. He would probably took enough from Hillary, probably took enough from Trump. Maybe not. Trump may have won them then, but it doesn't fucking matter. The point is, he is now working to try and cement to make this no longer a 2-party system, but a 3-party system for the presidential race. That's what he's going to be working for. That's what he should have been working for. He could have, now after this run, even after he lost, he would have said, look, I got 15-20% nationwide of the vote. Got multi-millions worth of vote. He would have got write-ins. Any state that wouldn't have put him on the fucking ballot, he would have got wrote-in. And they still have to honor it. He goes, I didn't win the presidential general, but I won something for my party. I won something for independence. So for the next in 2020, there'd be called for a 3rd party run. They probably would have got more. They could have started earlier. They'd have ran more games beforehand. Got plenty of backing, and have a good candidate. You ain't gonna be able to do it with Sanders. By the time he gets there, he's gonna be too old. If he's even still, still alive. I don't wish for anything, but he's an old guy. It's just facing facts. But see, and then he doesn't look like an idiot. So ever since Dan saying all this stuff came out, even his supporters were turning against him. He meant nothing. Because he turned his back on them. He was a sellout. He just basically proved that he was just like everyone else. This way, he doesn't look like a sellout. They could have gave him the $600,000. Hey, he goes, I took their money, and I still going to screw them over. Why? Because it's the right thing to do. You got one hell of a bunch of supporters say, the Democrats are so corrupt, I am running against the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. And he goes, screw Trump, I'm going for it, I'm going to run for you, the people. Then he's got a race on his hands. Still would have lost, but he would have had a race on his hands. Now it's over, he's got a 3rd party setting up, and now, when 2020 came around, and the 3rd party set up, it's now a 3-party system and they all get equal coverage. That's a legacy. That would have been his contribution. That would have got him written in the history books longer than just being a 30-plus year senator, politician that can get a fucking thing done. That's a much better legacy. Something no one could take away from him. Not like Obama's not going to have a fucking legacy. Like I said, his legacy is nothing but fucking executive orders that can be repealed. Oh, he's got Obamacare. Well, that's going to fucking go to the wayside. So he'll have nothing. Burns can then be an advisor to the next person who runs. Granted, if he was to be alive. He'd say, hey, this is what we need to do, da-da-da-da. Then he can support the next fucking candidate. Say, I'm now too old to run, but this will be my successor. I believe in him or her. Could have been Elizabeth Warren at that point in time. She could run again. I believe in them. I want you to believe in her. And then you got even more. Even if you got patience in 2020, the point is, you're making a point for more than a 2-party system. You're making the way. Now you're disrupting the electoral college system, and then, you still have the 270 thing, and then they may have to even restructure the electoral college. But, now you're making waves. What you didn't gain here in 2016, you would gain in 2020. Then if you still don't get good in 2020, which you probably wouldn't, because Trump probably wouldn't re-elect by landslide, especially if he does everything that I'm going to predict he's going to do, which is another video. You probably get paced in 2020, but now you're setting up for 2024. So you're setting up for 8 years out. Your purpose for here was to start set up 2020 is a setup that would be making up for the party, make it even stronger, even though you'd probably lose. You'd still make it even stronger. By 2024, the 3-party system would be start to take effect. And then that 3rd-party candidate could make waves. So, but Bernie decided to fuck that all up, piss it all away, piss away his supporters, for the most part. But some of them were fucking loyal, I'll give you that. So that's how Bernie could have made a bigger impact on the election process. He would have had better legacy. It'd be something I'd honor that. I would have gave him fucking props. But instead, no, he decided to piss it away. And roll over and play dead for the Democrats. Well, that's it. for this video. Like, comment, subscribe down below. Guys, take care. I'll see you next time.